What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to episode number 48 today of the My Player Career Mode. So, changing Ben's boots, because you guys asked me to do it in the last episode that we uploaded. I think you guys asked for those boots. I could have been wrong though, so apologies if I am. The second thing is, you guys also asked for sliders as well, but I forgot to show you those. I've just looked back at the comments, and I just saw that one of you guys asked me to show you sliders. But I will show you it next episode, but for you guys wondering, this is what we play with. It is like 50 on everything on my side. And then on the computer side, the only thing we change is the pass error, which goes down to like 45, and then the keeper ability goes up to 60. So to make it a little bit harder, I guess, to score. And also, so hopefully, when we're playing these games, a few more chances are created for both sides. So that's kind of the way I look at it. But you know what? I've played a lot of My Player, and I still don't know if the computer side sliders impact the teammates that Ben's got. Because, of course, we're already controlling Ben in this series. So I don't know if it controls the entirety or impacts the entirety of both sides, barring, of course, Ben, because he's computer side sliders. Human side sliders, or if it just does it for their position. I'm not sure. Maybe you guys can let me know. But in regards to the episode today, I'm looking forward to it. We've got 4 games to come, as always. And also, we've got the first leg against Spurs for you guys to enjoy today as well. So look forward for that. But to kickstart it off, we're going to be taking on Valencia here, and we'll see if Real Madrid can get to winning ways. I think I said Real Madrid then, which isn't, of course, the team. It's Real Madrid. What am I talking about? But also, guys, I'm not sure if tonight there will be the first episode of our Road to Glory career mode going live. As I said to you, I was looking to do it, but it's going to have a little bit of a difference this year, rather than just me playing as a lower team and just basically doing what I want and then getting glory within the first kind of 5 seasons. It's going to be a bit more harder for us, is kind of going to be the aim, I guess you can say. So without that, guys, we're going to get into this episode, and the first chance did go Real Madrid's way. Marcus Rashford on the left-hand side slots home a very nice move, but I have to admit the finish was exquisite from the left winger, because he still had a lot of work to do, and when he got it on his left foot, you know, he still had a little bit of I guess, quality to apply. I mean, the nice pass from Ben is so simple for them, for his teammate to just tap it straight through to Rashford, but from that angle, it's not always easy to finish. So massive credit to Marcus Rashford there, because again, decent stop. The keeper though, could he have done better? Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. I'm not so sure about the goalkeeping on that one there. But regardless, they do score, and it is Real Madrid who take the lead in this one against Valencia. So that is now, I think, the 30th game this is being played. So after this, there'll be 8 games remaining. And at the moment, Real Madrid are about 10 points clear. So they could have this league title wrapped up within the next couple of episodes here if their things go their way. And then into the 40th minute, Valencia decided that they were actually going to create a chance in this one. Sanabria, good turn, finding Danny Pereira on the edge of the area, gives it back to Sanabria, and his curling right-footed shot is wide of the bottom corner. But ever so close from him, and it was a nice move from Valencia to create the opportunity in the first place, so full credit to them. Although it went wide, and Madrid still have the lead in the game. Ben on this 66th minute, picks up the ball, finds it teammate Aubameyang, eventually feeds it straight back to Ben, whose first touch is very suspect as he goes through one-on-one with the goalkeeper. And the first touch really did let him down, because he kind of overran it and then didn't have too much being able to get enough of a kind of a decent strike behind the ball. It was simple for the goalkeeper in the end. And then 12 minutes from time, Ben finds Marcus Rashford on the left-hand side. Great run. Finds Ben back in the middle of the box, and he takes his composure and time to smash home a left-footed strike into the top corner. So very, very good finishes with the 2 goals that happened in the first game here. And I guess you can say that is the quality that Real Madrid have got. When they get in these areas, a lot of other players in certain teams would panic and not be able to find the back of the net. But Ben and Rashford certainly didn't in this game here, because you can see one touch to set himself, the second one to find the back of the net with that left-footed strike there. So good finish, good performance, a 2-0 lead at the moment. It's looking like it's going to be the 3 points coming to Real Madrid in this game here with 9 minutes to go. That's Ben's 16th league goal of the season. So that now puts him in joint top of the moment of the top scorers list, which is just crazy, absolutely crazy to see. And then 3 minutes from time, Paulista finds Zaza, gives it back to Paulista. Paulista over the top for Santi Mina, who sends his strike goalwards, but it was simple for Navas in the end. It was straight at him, and that really should have been better from him. And after that game, guys, I lost a little bit of the footage right at the end, but I can tell you Real Madrid did go on to win the game 2-0 from 3 minutes sometimes. So I apologise for that, but I don't quite know what happened. When I came back to put it in my editing software, I lost that little bit of footage basically in the 90th minute and then me coming out of the game. I don't quite know what happened to it, but I can confirm Real Madrid did in fact win the game by 2-0. So apologies for that. But sadly, sometimes these things happen and you just have to get on with it, I'm afraid. But it is what it is. And at least I can show you the results and I will know for sure that that is actually how the game ended. So it was 2-0 and nothing else happened. You didn't miss any goals or anything like that in the last kind of few minutes of the game. So not too bad at least. As we move into the second game of the episode today, then it is going to be Deportivo, the next opponents. But to be honest with you, I was looking at these games here, and I was just kind of thinking to myself, these are just practice games ahead of that massive game for Ben against Spurs. And now, I was kind of wondering whether or not Ben was going to be active on Twitter before the game, but I think it was a good decision he made. He decided to not really go on Twitter or anything like that before the game had happened, because you don't want to kind of, I guess, wind people up in that aspect of it. And as we went into the game against Deportivo here, Salvio had an opportunity to give Real Madrid the lead inside 5 minutes. Ben with the pass across the face of goal, but Salvio struck his effort against the post. So these games, as I said, were just practice ahead of that Spurs game. I'm looking forward to that one the most. As again, Aubameyang on the ball here finds Salvio. Salvio into Ben. Ben on the ball now, looking to try and find a teammate. Sorry, that wasn't even Salvio. Salvio is this man on the left-hand side who just applies the finish from Ben's through ball. I'm not quite sure who the other one was. It might have been Casemiro or something like that. But certainly speaking, good move and a decent finish from Salvio as Ben kind of, I don't know what he was doing there. Running man challenge, question mark? I don't know. He kind of just ran to the corner flag and just did it like in slow motion. Anyways, Salvio, good finish, and it was Ben with the assist at least. So that means Madrid take the lead in the game. And of course, guys, it is good practice for the next game coming up, which is that one against Spurs. So that's what we're all here to see, I think, today, unless there's a few guys who are interested in the league, which I'm not so bothered about now that I know that Madrid are like 11 points clear or something, and there's only 7 games to go. Our focus is mostly on the Champions League at the moment. And of course, when we wrap up the league title, it would be better, and then we can put full focus on the Champions League. Great run from Ben's teammate there as Ben has the pass to find Salvio again. It was a basic carbon copy of the first chance that Salvio got where he should have scored. And Ben will get the second assist of the game and give Salvio his second goal of the game as well. So good play all around from the lads. Now, that's 2-0 in the game. And again, clean sheet for Real Madrid, which is something that we're used to seeing. But the question mark is going to be, because Madrid basically have the title wrapped up, do they now start to rest some bigger players knowing they've got some tough Champions League games to come? Or do they keep playing Ben, keep playing, you know, their better players in this competition, and then maybe risk some injuries potentially? Because, of course, fixture lists and congestion is a thing. So we'll have to see whether or not Ben is going to be picked for a few of these games later on down the line, especially when the title is already secured by Real Madrid. It's going to be a question mark to whether or not they want to play Ben and then maybe risk an injury or something. But you can see Ben now at 94 rated. I am trying to get his free kicks up because right now that's the only thing that is pretty much not very good in terms of his stats. So we just need to improve those. And showing you guys, you can see he's top of the league of the goals and top of the league in the assists, both 16 for the both of them there. So he's quite a way away from second place in terms of assists, and he's joint top in terms of goals, as I said. So still is very, very close, and I'm not quite sure if Ben will be able to get himself a golden boot, which a few of you guys have asked me to try and get him a golden boot. So we'll see if Ben has the ability to keep scoring and potentially get his name on the top scorers list with a golden boot as well, because that's what a few of you guys have wanted in the comments. Now, here is the big game against Spurs. I can't believe Real Madrid actually got drawn against them. I still can't believe it. It was like the EA gods answered our prayers. Now, that is how the other games looked. And there was a couple of them had already been played their first legs. And there was a few teams in there that had already got a few wins on the board. So for Real Madrid and their sake, their job was to not let Spurs score. That's the first thing that Madrid have to focus on. Forget about Madrid scoring for now. Away goals, they're too important in the Champions League. All you've got to do is when you have your home leg, focus on not letting the opposition score. So Spurs' team, Ben knows all about them. He was there last year. They've got a very good squad. So it's going to be an interesting game, this one. And Real Madrid boast one of the best defensive records in La Liga. But whether or not they can keep out Spurs here is going to be a different story. Into the second half, because that's when the first chance presented itself. Ben, great run, beating his Fabinho there in the middle of, it might be Nzonzi in the middle of the park. And then Sanchez went walkabouts. I have no idea what on earth the Spurs defender is thinking, but it allowed Ben to send Rashford through. And he hit his effort over the top of the crossbar, one-on-one with Hugo Lloris. Now, take a look, guys, because I'll show you in an instant replay here. What on earth is Sanchez thinking? Look at him. Where's he going? Unless he thinks Ben's going to play the pass out to the right-hand side, I just don't know. But that is shocking defending from Sanchez of Tottenham Hotspur there. And he's lucky to get away with that one. Ben steals the ball back from a very, very poor pass from one of the Spurs backline. They're having a mare at the moment. But somebody else who having a nightmare is Marcus Rashford, because that's now 2 chances in the space of 5 minutes, and he sent them both over the top of the crossbar. This one is very, very, I guess, more difficult than the other one. But, I mean, why? Why are you shooting from there, Rashford? Anyways, we'll continue on, guys, because that's when Spurs decided they wanted to commit a few men forward. Ben doesn't get on the loose pass there. It finds its way to Eriksen. Eriksen to number 14. He gets back on the ball. There's a Danish playmaker. Feeds it backwards. Here's Wanyama back to Eriksen. Eriksen to Harry Kane. Lovely interchangeable play from Spurs. Good block initially, but Eriksen does get a second chance to hit the ball goalwards. It was a good stop, though, from Navas. And then, 66 minutes in, Fabinho finds Eric Dyer. Dyer on the edge of the area here for Spurs, finding Nzonzi. So Nzonzi to Eriksen. Eriksen whips a great cross towards Redmond at the back post. And how important could that goal line block be from Ben? Whether or not Navas had that covered, I don't know, but it certainly was blocked on the way through by Ben, and that shows you that he had to work hard today. You're used to seeing Ben playing up the other end of the pitch, whereas today he had to be relevant in both sides, defensively and offensively. So, good block from Ben to keep the ball out, but ultimately it was a 0-0 draw, and both teams evenly matched. I mean, I said we were going to see if Spurs' defence could match this Real Madrid's defence could match the one of Spurs' attack. But I mean, looking at the game and the way it played out, I don't know how it's going to fare in Wembley next time out. I mean, you guys are going to have to wait till the next episode, of course, to see that. But for a second leg, I genuinely am going into that not able to call which side will be advancing to the next round of the Champions League. Truly, I don't know. I have no idea. Like, normally I can kind of see how a game's going to go. You can see from performances. But looking at the Spurs lineup, looking at the Real Madrid lineup, looking at the chances created in this one here, I think it's 2 very evenly matched sides, and either one could quite easily go through to the next round. So we'll see if Ben made the wrong decision in joining Real Madrid, or if he can knock out his former club in the next episode that you guys are going to see. But for now, that is how we end off the Champions League portion of today's episode. It was a 0-0 draw, but there were moments of kind of close encounters, I'll call it there. So yeah, important from both teams that they go into the next leg fresh as a daisy ahead of that one. But now we're going to take on Real Sociedad for the final game of today's episode at the Santiago Bernabeu. And Real Madrid, as I said, could pretty much have the league title wrapped up within the next couple of episodes if they get the right results. So victory here would move them on to 32 games played, as you can see. And they would keep an 11-point gap at the top of the table guaranteed with 6 games remaining. So, yeah, I mean, they've only conceded 6 goals in 32 games or 31 games all season long, which is it's just stupid. Absolutely stupid. I don't know how they've managed to do this, but they have done. And I suppose as well, the team they've got, it's so good going forward that you just know that you're going to have a good year when you've got the likes of Ben, when you've got the likes of Rashford, you know, Ronaldo to come off the bench, Aguero coming off the bench, Aubameyang, Benzema. There's just so many superstars in this side. And then 19 minutes into the final game here, Ben creating the first opportunity. It's a good, nice, I guess, play from him. But truly, it's basically all Ronaldo, this one, because all Ben actually does is beat a couple of players and then pass a simple pass straight to Ronaldo, who absolutely beautifully curls it into the back of the net. Look at this. 3 defenders around him. Somehow, he still gets his effort away and still manages to find the corner of the goal as well. I was slightly disappointed in Rulli. I thought maybe he could have done better with this one. But you can take nothing away from Ronaldo because that is a very good finish indeed. So, I mean, Ben is going to get his 17th assist for the season. And he didn't really even do anything for it, you know. But he'll take it. He'll take it every day of the week. You know what I mean? Like, it's one of them things. Like, you saw Messi's of Busquets' assist for Messi that time. It's pretty much like for like, I guess you can say. So, 44 minutes in, though, the stroke of half-time. Ben on the ball again here, and it's pretty much all Madrid at this stage. Great run from him. Finds its way through to Aubameyang. Aubameyang's finish. It's a good stop from Rulli, though, to deny him a second in the game. And then into the second half, 73 minutes in, good work from Madrid. They're breaking away now, as you can see. Sociedad committing a few more men forward. And there is Rashford on this right-hand side after Ben finds him with a great pass. Continues his run, Ben. It could have gone to either him or Aubameyang. It does go to the Gabon forward, though, and he applies the finish very, very nicely because it's a tough one, this one, because he's got to hit it first time. And the pace that Rashford puts on the ball, it's not easy to kind of, divert that goalwards. I've seen players miss those in the past, but luckily, Aubameyang is not one of those players, and he applies a very comfortable finish, I'll call it. But there you go, guys. 2-0, and again, Real Madrid looking like they're heading for another 3 points with about 23 or so minutes to go. And as you can see, when the game got back underway, that was, in fact, all the game had in store. After, there was one and last opportunity. Ben finding his teammate. It might have been a Rashford, but it wasn't the greatest finish in the world, and that was the way the game ended. So, yeah, decent performance again. As I said, it's slightly disappointing with the 0-0 draw against Spurs, but I'm looking forward to the next episode to see how that game is going to go. Hopefully you guys are as well. If you enjoyed this one, a like would greatly appreciate it. Thank you all so much for all of the support on yesterday's episode and on the channel in general. You guys are absolutely incredible. I really appreciate it. Also, guys, if you haven't already, hit the little bell next to the subscribe button. You will always be notified of when a video goes live on the channel. It's usually 4 o'clock every day, guys, but there are occasions when I might not upload in a certain day, or I might upload twice or something like that, But anyways, that's it from me. I will hopefully see you all again very, very soon for yet another episode of the My Player Career Mode. Don't miss it, guys. It's an important one next time. I'll catch you all then. Adios.